Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Houston Sports Breakfast Event Chair and the Managing Director, Chairman, and Global Head of Energy and Clean Technology, Moelis and Company, Stephen Trauber.
Wow. 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 You see the maturity and poise in Sebastian? I was thinking back, I was backstage watching him going, God, when I was 13, there's no way I could have sat up here in front of 700 people with that maturity and poise, with no notes, and be able to communicate like he did. Oh, man, that was phenomenal. Thank you so much, Nina and Sebastian. And I suspect a number of you in this room are thinking the same thing I am. How do we get someone like Sebastian working for us one day? The answer, of course, is patience. Because fortunately for him and for scouting, he's only 13. Unfortunately for all you guys, I got him backstage. I'm already recruiting him. We're very, very close. But what is already so clear is that he's going to do something meaningful. And that is what makes mornings like this so powerful. When you listen to a young person like Sebastian, you're reminded that leadership begins long before someone enters a boardroom or runs a company or builds a career. It starts much earlier, when confidence is being built, when character is being shaped, and when someone learns responsibility, discipline, and service. That is exactly what scouting does. And that is why what we are doing here this morning really does matter. As business leaders, we all understand that the best investments are made early, before the full outcome is visible, but when the long-term value is unmistakable. That is exactly what scouting represents. And thanks to the generosity of many people in this room today, we've already raised more than $2.1 million. That is extraordinary. It reflects real leadership from this community, and everyone here should be really proud of that. But we're not quite finished. As John mentioned earlier, you should have received a text when you arrived with a link to make a gift. So if you would, please take out your phone now and make that gift. Or if you prefer, as John earlier mentioned as well, there are pledge cards on your table and you can scan the code. Because while we often talk in numbers, the truth is real impact is impossible to fully measure. Scouts like Sebastian and the Scout Reach Cub Scouts who helped this morning with the flags and prayer are why we are here. They are the reason scouting continues to matter. And they are living proof that it works. Scouting is preparing young people today for challenges they have not seen and helping shape the kind of leaders our communities will depend on tomorrow. And as you all know, we need those leaders now more than ever. I've been part of this breakfast for several years now, first as an attendee, then as a supporter, and now as chair. Every year I come back with the same thought. The stories change, the faces change, but the impact never changes. Last year, I had the privilege of hosting Mike Singletary, Hall of Fame linebacker, leader of the legendary 1985 Chicago Bears defense, and honestly, someone whose voice still sounds like fourth quarter football even at a breakfast. But his message, just like today's, was not really about football. It was about leadership, about preparation, about accountability, and about character. And that brings us right back to why we are here today. Today, we are asking everyone in this room to help us move a little bit further toward our goal of $2.15 million. And I don't like to say 2.15. Why stop there? Let's exceed that number. So even if more young people can experience what Scouting provides. In fact, let's see where we are right now. Can we turn on the tracker? 2.12850. I don't see anybody with their phones in their hands. You thought I was kidding. Every gift made right now moves that number. Every gift matters. Because programs like Scouting do something very few institutions consistently do. They help young people believe they can become more than they imagined. They can help build confidence before doubt sets in. They create responsibility before distraction takes over. And they develop leadership before life asks for it. That is how stronger communities are built. That is how future leaders are formed. Many of you have already given generously, and I sincerely thank you for that. And if you have not yet participated, if you have not yet grabbed that pledge form, if you have not yet pulled out your phones and hit that link, I would simply ask you to join us now. Because I will say one thing. When you leave this room and you're driving home and you're thinking, could I have done something there? Should I have done something there? Should I have helped future Sebastians? It's up to you. I don't want you to have that feeling on the driveway home. I want you to participate. I want you to participate right now. A gift of $450 provides one child an entire year of Scouting. And for those able to do more, whether supporting 2 scouts, 3 scouts, or more, we are deeply grateful because these gifts begin working immediately. So please take a moment now and make an investment whose return will last far longer than any quarter, any cycle, or any market. Invest in a young person, invest in leadership, invest in Scouting. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in the next generation. And thank you for supporting the Sam Houston Area Council.